Hey guys, Max here, and welcome back to MaxFX Builds, where today we'll be taking a look at Transformers Legacy Leader Class Blitzwing. Now, you might be saying, aren't you a LEGO Transformers channel? And did I say yes? But currently I'm just in the middle of a bunch of builds and I don't have any new builds to show you at the moment, so I thought I'd try this out. I've been doing like very quick Transformer figure reviews via YouTube Shorts, and they've been doing alright. Not as well as my Hot Wheels reviews, which, if you want me to do another live stream and showcasing the collection and how it's grown now, yeah, tell me and I'll do it. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to just do a regular figure review and see how it goes, because it's my first ever figure review, so never really done it before besides shorts, but let's give it a try anyway. So getting right down on into things, here's Blitzwing in his tank mode. This is how he is packaged when he comes to you. I bought mine at Target for like $35. He's supposed to retail for $50, so this was quite a deal. So I couldn't really say no to picking him up when I saw him. He's also like buried behind like 15,000 Galvatrons, but like that's besides the point. Anyways, taking a look around the tank mode, the sculpting is really nice. I like it all. I don't care that there's a little bit of gappage back here and thrusters. It just means rocket powered tank to me, to be honest, so it doesn't bother me. The other side is pretty much exactly the same. The treads are molded in really nicely. I like the way they look. And yes, I know the tank mode has a cockpit. Has very much so. It has a cockpit. And you know what? I don't care. I don't mind it at all. Like, the figure has to do a bunch, and it's kind of hard to stuff a tank into a jet and vice versa. So, credit where it's due. It's not terrible. It could have been better, but it could have been worse. It's only 30. But anyway, on the features of the tank mode, it can roll very noisily on my metal desk, as you can see. The tank barrel can rotate and go up and down. It's kind of thooped. As you can see, like it's like a soft ratchet. But like if you have enough patience, you can kind of get it in between. This hinge on mine is kind of loose and just likes to pop open all the time. But yeah, that's really it for tank mode. In terms of accessories, he has a lot. He has a lot of accessories, very much yes accessories, because leader class now is like Voyager with extra parts. But because of all that, all of this, and we'll go over most of this in robot mode, because of these missile pods made in transparent red with some purple paint on it, because of these guns which are molded in purple, they're both just the same mold. And he also comes with this sword, which is made out of a bendy plastic, but I don't care. It just means it won't snap on me, and it is a children's toy, so I can't really blame them for doing this. But you can arm up the tank with all of these. My preferred method is to take the missile pods. They only go in one place, and they tab on to the turret. Just like this. Boom. Take the sword. There's a peg right up here. Plug that in. And before you ask, yes, I have a new blister. Yeah, people keep asking me if my hands are okay. No, they're not. They're really not. I abuse them every day with what I do in my life. But you can plug the guns there. And now you have, as that toy guy said, and I think I don't have anything better to compare it to, the Star Wars Hellfire droid. So, yeah. The missile pods do turn with the tank barrel, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's it. It's kind of ridiculous. Most vehicle weapon storage is ridiculous. I do think they integrated the missile pods pretty well, though. Not gonna lie. Let's just get them off, though, and now we will get down into transformation. Now, obviously, I won't do transformations in my shorts reviews because, like, I don't have time. It's very hard to fit as much as I do into those reviews as is. So, yeah, let's get this guy all transformed up. So we're going to start by coming down to the bottom here. Actually, we're going to raise the camera up. Going to come down to the bottom here and open up these little flaps here. These are going to be faux wings. Just like that. After that, take the entire tread assembly, well, not the entire thing, but half of it, and it just folds down like this. Just like that. And it'll stay like that. Next up, come to the tank barrel. Open it up. There's this little flap here. Fold in the barrel. Close that up. Rotate it around. And it's on a double hinge here, so it'll lift up. Come to the back here now. And this whole section will pop out here. And then the arms are tabbed in, so you just push. And it will come loose. And then this is also on a double hinge, and you'll just want to kind of lock it in, and it should snap right into place right there. So there's your before and after. Now let's just do it on this side too. Just unhook it, move it around, snap it in. After that, take the turret and finish moving it back just like that, and it should just stay just like that. Now take the fins that we popped out for clearance and fold them in. We're going into jet mode if I didn't mention that. I probably didn't because I'm a doofus. But anyway, next we're going to get the top of the tank out of the way. So we're going to come up here and that entire section here lifts up. It's a little tight. Then that allows this whole section to lift up here, and we can just kind of bend it like this for clearance sake. Just get that out of the way, and we'll keep moving on. So now we're going to flip it over, and we'll keep working. So this should just hang here. But we're going to split the legs here, which were hidden and now exposed. Flip up these tail fins, just like this. And then we're going to unfold the wings. So they're inside, and you just kind of unravel them from around the legs. It's really interesting. I really like that trick. It's really cool. Anyways, after that, snap these back together. And just get everything all squozen up there. And there is the wing assembly all done, really. Next, let's just get the arms in position. So what we're going to do is these here are the arms, and they pull out. I don't like this. This is too tight. But like that clip there is just way too tight. But they pull out on this double hinge, and then they have tabs on the waist which they snap into, which locks the waist in place. These arm panels are also kind of a pain because they're always getting out of alignment. But this side's a little better. It's a little less tight, but it's still tight nonetheless, which is good because otherwise the figure would be falling apart in robot mode. But after that, it should look something like that. Then you just take these flaps, which are here, they fold down to finish out the wings, and then you come to the nose cone, open up this bottom panel, and get your fingernail in here, and there's a little tab which you can pull and flip out the nose cone. And there's most of the jet. Like, that's the jet. And then you realize there's all this. Yeah. Obviously it'd be cool if they put this on like a C-clip and had this be able to come off. But I don't mind vehicle kibble, but this is kind of egregious what they did here. I still don't mind it, and I still didn't mind paying for this, though. So, what we're going to do now is straighten out this hinge, just like that, and then bring it back up. It tabs right back into where it did in tank mode. On the rear here, there's like two small tabs. It won't focus, but there's two small tabs that the back of the chassis here snaps into. And now there's, on this tan section, you can see there's a tab, there's a slot. These just snap in. They don't snap, they just kind of friction in. Do that on this side as well. Come on, go in. Sometimes sucks to line those tabs up, they're just a little finicky sometimes. So that's that. Alright, we're almost done. That's there. Next, just take the landing gear here. It's either going to be in this pocket back here or up here somewhere. But bring it all the way down, and then just take this panel and plug it back into where it was in tank mode. Move that landing gear to where you see fit. Make sure the tanks stay together. Mine have a little bit of a tabbing issue and like to come apart, but that's fine. I don't mind. And just like that, there we have Blitzwing in his jet mode. And, oh boy. This is quite the jet mode, so I'm gonna raise it up so you can get a little bit of a bird's eye view. But, it's a MiG-22 alright. Definitely a MiG-22, but, I don't know, man. Not sure this thing would actually fly. Mostly because the wings are too small. The wings aren't very large, actually, and, that's probably the main reason why it wouldn't fly. But, just taking a look around, it's nicely painted. It looks really nice. I love the jet mode. Like, taking away, like, you know, the engineering limitations, obviously, yeah, if they didn't put as much budget towards, like, you know, all the accessories, they could have put a little bit more towards the transformation, but what we got isn't bad, and I don't understand why people are just, like, destroying this thing. But the nose cone, every piece of silver you see on this figure is paint, so what I believe this is just purple plastic painted silver, which, a little bit sketchy for longevity, but it's fine. I like the transparent red nose cone. The yellow stripes here and the Decepticon logo are really cool. Like I said, all like the silver detail is painted, so like this is on purple plastic, I know, because some of it's chipped off due to it being on a tab. The yellow paint on the wings looks really cool as well, along with the Decepticon logos. So if it's like flying forward, you can see, oh hey, it's a Decepticon. The thrusters make more sense in this mode because, you know, jet. And yeah, top view looks really good. Bottom view is oh, there's just a tank here. There is just a tank here, and you can see his faux wingtips for robot mode. So, because the wings do something else, but you can see a lot of his robot mode bits. Like I didn't mention it in tank mode, but you can kind of see his head through there. So, oh well. But yes, elephant in the room, yes, he does have a lot of vehicle mode kibble. Like, he does just have a tank sitting under the jet. Which, yeah, there's jets that can carry tanks, but the MiG-22 was not one of them. All in all, I still had no problem paying, like, a little off retail for this guy, and he doesn't bother me. I would have bought him anyway, retail or price or not. I would have bought him eventually, because I don't have a Blitzwing, and this is my Blitzwing now, so that's good. And it's a pretty good Blitzwing at that. Now, enough about the figure. I kicked the camera. Accessories. So we can take his guns here, which, nice. They have pegs on the sides of them. And then you can see on the forearms you have these ports. And what you can do is you can peg these in. Just like that. And then grab the other one, bring it to this side, do the same, just like that. It just pegs in just like that, and now you have some guns for jet mode. And really, you can call it done there, but you can take the sword. It's already not balanced as it is, and you could plug it down here like you did in tank mode, but I do something else with it. What I like to do is moving the jet off to the side here, taking the fists, or the missile pods right now, and I don't like these. I don't like these at all, the way you have to handle them. But take that out. Gotta take the hand out. It's just a very tight connection. It's on clear plastic, so I mean, it's thick clear plastic, but still, well, we'll see. What you're supposed to do with these is come to the thrusters back here and move the bottom portion of them down, just like that. Boom. Then after that, take the hand casings and they just plug in onto the bottom of the feet. And then you have this extension. And then what they have you do is plug in the hands, which, yeah, spoiler, this toy's been out for like over a year at this point. So I'm kind of late here, but spoiler. The hands plug onto the rear and become extra thrusters. So maybe it'll be able to take off with the tank kibble under it now. Maybe. And then what I do with the sword is I just take it and I plug it into the side of this and call it a day. And yeah, I'd never display him in jet mode. It's either tank mode or robot mode, and most of the time it's going to be robot mode because the robot mode on this thing is mint. I love it. But yeah, there's the jet mode with all the accessories and everything. So yeah, let's get on the transformation again, and we'll go to robot mode. So just taking all the accessories off. There you go. We will get on to robot mode. So to convert Blitzwing into robot mode, first thing we're going to want to do is come to the wingtips here, fold these back just like that, come to the bottom, pop up this plate here. You're also going to want to just turn the tank valves to the sides a little bit so you can take the landing gear and just push it in. Just get it out. And then it's also probably good if we just fold up the feet really quick. Yeah, just fold those up. Anyway, untab the tank kibble from the jet. Untab it from the forearms. And let it hang loose again. Then I'll move the camera so you can see what I'm doing. There you go. Sorry about that. What now? Let's start with the leg. Well, the shoulders. We're gonna want to take the shoulders that we moved down and move them back up. They only need to be down for jet mode. We move them back up. They're very easy to plug back in. They're just a nightmare to take back out. We'll finish the torso now. What you want to do is retract the nose cone, so that's open up this little clear panel, flip in the nose cone, fold that back up. Take this panel, it opens, and hey, look, there's his head. And then it has to go this way. You have to push the nose cone in this way, close the panel, and rotate around his head. I have it turned around so you can't see his face in tank mode, but it's not in the instructions to do that. Anyways, now we'll take the tank kibble, and it's on a double hinge, so it'll fold up flush against his back, just like that. Alright, hold up. Come on up. Come on up. Come on. Come on. Alright, there we go. Next, after that, just take the panel here. It goes over his shoulders, and then it comes around his chest and becomes his chest plate. And then you just take the faux wingtips off of the back. They just sit here, and you swing them out. Careful with these, because I'm not sure how thick they should be. But oh well. Let's do the arms now. So the way the instructions tell you to transform them is sketchy, and I don't like it because you have to bend pieces, and it's bad, and it sucks, and no. Actually, we'll come to the arms last, just to get the wings out of the way. So let's untab these again. We'll come back to the arms. Just get the legs done so they're out of our way. And this time, move it down a little bit. We're going to just pull the legs out like this. They're on a double hinge, and then there's two tabs so that they stay put in robot mode. After that, bend the wing here, move it in, and then just finish wrapping it around. And it should just tab in just like that. After that, move the tail fin out to the side, and then move these out, and then move this forward, and that's going to tab in. And there is one leg done. So let's just do the same on the other side. Just pop that out, fold in the wing, just get it out, move that out, fold out the heel, fold out the toe. Ow, pinched myself. And then got that there. Now he's standing under his own, on his own 2 feet. Now let's do the arms, because now we have more clearance. Just do it, and he's standing on his own, so yay. So do the arms. We'll start with this one. What you want to do is there's this panel here, and it's on a rotation pin, but as you pull out the arm just a little bit, it moves on its articulation joint. Move this panel with it. After that, take this panel here, move it to the side, finish the rotation, bend it at the elbow slightly just because it unthoops, and then pop out the hand. It rotates out. And then just move the arm panel in place just like that, and then you have an arm. Do the same on this side. Just move it out, unthoop it, close the panel up, and just move it back. Get him standing all straight. Just move the head. And there we have Blitzwing in his robot mode. And I really like the way he looks. He's really cool. And I don't know. It's a good first Blitzwing for me to have. He's my first ever Blitzwing, like I mentioned before, and I think this is a pretty good take on him. Like I said, I don't care about the vehicle mode kibble. It doesn't bother me normally. There's only a few times it ever has, and like I have like 3 versions of the Knight Optimus Prime toy from Age of Extinction, so yeah, I don't really care about kibble a lot, so yeah. Anyway, let's move on in and take a close look at this guy. So moving the camera up, just move my lights back in. The head, nicely sculpted. I can't get in too close because it only moves forward so much, but there's some nice silver and red along with the yellow on his head, and it looks nice. On the sides there's some slight molded detail, and on the back there's actually a lot of molded detail, surprisingly. All the molded detail that was seen in the vehicle mode is present here. So like you have parts of like the top of the tank, like on his chest here. That's really cool. Obviously his shoulder pads are made up from the front of the tank, so you can see those. Moving down, got some silver paint on his waist. The arms have nice sculpt work in them because these got newly revealed. I don't like these shoulders. I'll tell you why soon. But the legs, also some silver paint. So, like I said, nothing on this figure is molded in silver. So all the silver you see is paint. And then coming down to the legs, all the detail from the jet is here, and that's pretty nice. I personally could live without having the tail fins be out. To be honest, I like to keep them in normally, but just since we're going, it's more of a review, so I'll just keep them out for now. They do hold the feet in place, but you don't really need them because they're like soft ratcheted. But to the side, you can see the Decepticon logos on the wings, silver paint, and the large backpack he has. And from the back, you can see parts of the wings again, silver paint, and then just tank. All the tank ends up on his back, really. Oh well, what are you gonna do about it? Not buy the figure? Alright. That's really all you can do. You can either buy it or not buy it. Complaining gets you nowhere, really. Hasbro does not care. I think this project's just fine. But either way, let's move on to articulation. So head is on a ball joint. It can do some tilt side to side, turn a full 360, look up that far and down, none. He can look like down a tiny bit. And it's also on a smaller hinge, so you can look up more. Like here it is normally, and then here it is with that hinge activated. It's not a huge difference, but it's there. The shoulders, they're annoying. I don't like the shoulders because you can't get them reaching all the way up into the sky without doing some really weird posing. So the shoulders, they don't move. It's inside the shoulder, they move, but the pad does not. And to get outward movement, you have to move out this panel. Like, it moves out like that. So you can move out the shoulder that far. And, like, how is he going to reach up now? I'll get to that. But you can move it out like that. It goes that far. It doesn't go back at all because of the kibble. It goes out that far, which is fine. 90 degrees of elbow bend. The wrist has a swivel, but it can also turn in due to transformation, and it has some really nice molded detail on the tab, so that like it's not even obvious that it's a transformation hinge, and like it actually looks like it could, like it's just as a filler so it can be used as robot posability, which is really cool. This panel doesn't tab in anywhere, and while they are tight, I can see them getting loose over time and just flopping everywhere. And plus, when you go to pose the arm, like, they just kind of move. But yes, you can't move the shoulder all the way up, and the way you have to do it to get him to reach all the way up is you have to kind of use the transformation joint, lift it up, and just have it like that, and then you can rotate the wrist. And in the end, he has to look like this, and like, it's just kind of, oh well. Oh well. Oh well. That's all I can say about it. Oh well. Anyways, waist swivels. It has he does have a waist swivel. Hips, they can't move back at all due to the sculpt. But they can move forward. They just move out the hip skirt. They are universal joints, by the way, if you wanted to see. And there is molded detail inside of there, surprisingly. But they can move out this far as well. You have a leg swivel. Oh, by the way, bicep swivel. Bicep swivel. Forgot to mention that. So he has a thigh swivel. He has a knee bend, just like that, with more filler, so it looks nice when bending. So it goes a little more than 90 degrees. And then at the ankle, you just have 90 degrees of ankle tilt. And if you want to kind of simulate a forward and backwards motion, you can use the heel spurs, which move down, and they have like tabs in them at like different points, so you could. And then the toe can also move forward if you untap the hinge. I mean, the tail fin. But yeah, that's posing. So let's take a look at the accessories again. So, rotate his hand back. He does have his guns, which you can tab in right there. And you also have his sword, which is still connected to the little glove thing. But, oh well. And that plugs in right there. So, he can blast you. Yep, hold up, move out the camera. Blast you, stab you, and yeah, do all the goodies for Megatron. If you want to store them, they do have a really nice way of storing, which is on the back. You can take the guns and orient them like this with the clip and the handle facing down, and they plug in right here and they wrap right around the wheels. There's even like tabs that like hold them in place so they don't move around. So you could take the other gun here. It's like I said, it's exactly the same and fits just like the other. And then you can take the sword and just hang it off the back right here. But at least the guns have like a really neat place to go. That seems almost like custom fit for the guns. So that's neat. You can also put the sword there, but I prefer having the sword on the back. And turning him back around, we can get into his boxing gloves. These. Yeah. So if you want him to hold these, what you have to do is you have to rotate the wrists so that the bottom of them is facing outside. And then on these gloves, you have to look. There's going to be a little cutout, and that's for the arm panel. So to fit the arm panel, the cutout on this one has to be here. So just rotate the wrist. But there's a little clear tab inside here. You can see it right there. That's a port on the other side, but you can see the tab in there. And that tab, along with the little clip we saw a little bit ago for the arm panel, will help hold this in place. And now he's wearing his boxing glove. So let's just get the other one on real quick. So that one holds on better. This one's a little loose in his hand, but oh well, it's fine. And yeah, there we go. Now he has boxing gloves, or he's been working out at the gym, only doing like your forearm day or whatever. I don't know. I don't go to the gym, so yeah. Here he is now, looking all beef. It's great. But anyways, yeah, that's really gonna wrap up the review. I haven't done any comparisons because I just don't have any other figures up in my room right now. But yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more toy reviews on this channel, I would be more than happy to make them. I have a pretty decent Transformers collection. I've been really going in on Legacy, so because I've started to have like the semblance of adult money, and I have zero financial responsibility. But yeah, if you do want to see more Transformers reviews, just let me know by giving the video a like or leaving a comment, or heck, if you want to, please subscribe. I'm not gonna force you to do anything. That's probably not legal. But yeah, guys, this has been Max, and I will see you all next time. See you guys. Bye bye.